All right, here he is, Fashawn Patrick. And again, Mike Warfield, everything's good, just taking a little pause for the cause. And I said to him in a text message, Coach, if I was 20 years younger, I would have done the same thing. So it's good to get a little R&R once in a while, but it's also nice to know that you're in waiting. And if there was ever a guy who was ready, it's you. You played here, you've been an assistant forever. Hey, 1 year or not, you have to absolutely be thrilled with this opportunity, Coach.
Yes, I'm thrilled with the opportunity. I got a lot of guys coming back. The kids are working hard. Been having a good summer. We did 7-on-7, and just coming into this prestigious program, I mean, I'm just blessed.
So I was telling you about the young man Peel, who is going to be a sophomore, Western Beaver. Word is that he's headed to Central Catholic. And I know Coach Lehmeyer, obviously Coach Busby at Western Beaver. There's all sorts of talk about everything. Central Catholic has decided we're in 6A no matter what. They're still waiting to hear. Of course, I mentioned earlier Judge McLaughlin. It is being appealed whether or not they go to 5A. That's what the PIAA wants them to do, or they stay in Class 4A. So that thing is still pending. One thing is for sure, it's been an interesting off-season, has it not?
Yes, it has. I mean, I really try not to get into the litigation part right now. I know Dr. Woods and Dr. Demico is handling that, and like I told everybody else, I'm just here to get this football team better. And then Friday night at 7, we're going to show up.
And that's what they do every week. So let's just talk about your journey. For those who may be seeing you for the first time, you played here, you grew up here. I love Aliquippa. Every time I come here, it just makes me feel good. So tell me about your experience as a young man growing up in Aliquippa, and then obviously playing for the Quips and now being the head coach.
I mean, just growing up in Aliquippa, it's troublesome. I mean, you got to stay on a straight and narrow. I mean, you can make a left turn or a right turn. You know, you want to make the right turn and make all the right decisions. I have a great support system in my family, so they always kept me on the right path. I mean, I was able to graduate high school, then go on to college and to Kent State and graduate with an engineering degree. And now I'm back here coaching my alma mater.
I'm so proud of you. Listen, and I love Coach Warfield. There's not a better human on this earth. And I know he's still going to be around doing a lot of things. But think about the facelift and everything that's happened, Heinz Field, over the last, couple of years when the word came that it was going to happen, and now it's happening. It was, the ribbon was cut last year, getting ready for this year. I really look at the positive. There's been so much positive, right?
Yeah, since Coach Warfield came in, he definitely gave the program a facelift, and it was well needed, well respected. I mean, he did everything possible for this program to exceed the expectations of where it should have been, and I just want to keep it going in that direction.
So I'm up at Coons Market doing a little video promoting my weekend show, which is the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. And for Quip Nation, on July 28th, he is going to spend the first half hour with me on KDK Radio after local news at 11. So we'll have much more to talk about with him, and I'm working on maybe trying to do something with him that I can spend some time with him during the regular season to keep everybody involved. But look, you think about Ditka, you think about Gilbert, you think about Law, you think about Revis. Here's something that still is absolutely amazing. When the mill was booming, yeah, there were thousands that lived here. But now, maybe like my hometown of New Brighton, where I live in Monaca, 6, 7, 8,000. But the bottom line is, more players in the NFL Hall of Fame than any other high school in America. Come on, Coach.
I don't know if you watched the state basketball championship, and they did a little interview at the end of the game, and the kids said it's in the water, and I think it is in the water. This old steel mill town, and just a lot of hard work, that was put into Aliquippa, and it's still being established now.
Listen, there's much more to Aliquippa than football, and there are some names that have done some incredible things. Of course, Henry Mancini, my dear friend Nick Trombetta, who I will take with me the rest of my life, is one of my best friends and the father of cyber education. He continues to be such a historic person from this community. But all the people of all walks of life, all religious beliefs, all races, who worked in that mill and continue to work today, and now a new $200 million steel plant that's going to be built by 72 Steel down there along that beautiful 8 miles of just pristine landscape that has been completely rejuvenated because of a local guy by the name of Chuck Betters, who is so important, he and his son, to this community. And I remember he told me years ago, Coach Patrick, when we were on Franklin Avenue, he looked up over the hill where the high school is, and he said they need a place to come to after high school. I just get, as far as a job is concerned, you got a great mayor, Mayor Walker, his brother, all the people on council really trying to do a lot of good things. So before we get to the X and O's of football, it really is one big neighborhood, one big family, everybody working together, right?
Yes, it is, and that's why this town is always going to succeed. Because we work together, we want to stay together. We want to build a community for our kids and their kids, so this can keep booming and prosper.
Listen, I know Alfred Johnson, watching this in East Liverpool, Ohio, came up last year, did a little work.
Johnson,
Listen,
yes.
he loves Aliquippa, so Al, I'm doing this for you, and you know Coach Patrick and Coach Warfield, of course. But let's talk football. Here's the thing. If I'm a coach in 5A, I'm praying you stay in 4A, okay? But you guys really, theoretically, could be playing even lower than that. But it doesn't matter. Whatever happens, you'll fasten up the chin strap, as they say, and go to work. But where does the ability, the grit, where does it come from that always seems to make Aliquippa rise to the occasion? Look, I can see back in the blue-collar days of the steel mill and 10,000 people working and that whole blue-collar mentality. But the world has changed and evolved, and kids have so many other great things they can do now.
Right.
But that hunger, that burning in their belly is still there.
Yes, I mean, it comes from the families of Aliquippa. It's just hardworking people. We always tell our kids, you don't want to be the class that don't make it. And that's the Heinz Field. So, it's been a blessing for us to be there 16 years in a row. But I think that also helped fuel the fire, because they don't want to be at Thanksgiving dinner saying, we don't have practice today.
Right.
I mean, but these kids come out and work hard every day, and they just give us coaches everything we ask for, and from the X and the O's to running to hills to lifting weights, and we just execute.
What's so amazing, so many people think, well, it's just Aliquippa, they just get all the athletes. These athletes start very young, and as I'm coming up to Heinz Field, I noticed some youngsters who were over in a far, far practice field, sweating, doing calisthenics, running, just playing catch, having fun, And I thought, here they are, elementary, junior high, thinking of that day, that opportunity to play at Heinz Field. So this is something that literally goes from one generation to the next.
Right. And it does. I mean, with Coach Goo and Coach Twin and them down there, Coach Hart, they work the kids out and make them better football players down there. So when they come up here, it's not as hard, But we just put in a lot of hard work through this town and through this community, and we strive off of football. We strive off of excellence, and that's what we want to be.
And another thing too, some of the names that I mentioned, and they're too numerous to mention. They may not all be Hall of Fame in the NFL, but there's been some great players. They do stay in contact with the football program. They do ask questions. They want to know how the Quips are doing. So even those who have graduated, who you think, even like a Mike Dick, one of the first things he always says to me, what's going on in Aliquippa? Right. So this is a relationship that once it's in your blood, it stays with you the rest of your life.
Yeah, we always say you bleed red and black.
Yeah, man, forever. All right, Coach Patrick, let's talk about the team a little bit this year. Tell me a little bit about your team. It's early, but I just need to know.
It's early. I mean, we got a skillful team. You got Tyke Hayes back. Got a new quarterback in Marcus Council.
He's still committed to Penn State?
Yeah, he's still committed to Penn State.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You got Harrison Walker in the receiving core. I mean, up front we got Justice Starks and Miles Green. I mean, we got a couple guys. We got Larry Moon who comes in back home from Central Catholic. I mean, it's a lot of guys that I can name, but as a collective group, we're gonna come together and we're gonna be one team.
Quip Nation, the people that prepare the food for you, they travel with you, the moms and dads and fans in this community, how important is that?
Oh, that's the most important thing, because these kids look forward to eating on that Thursday night before the game, and we appreciate them. Everything they do for us, and sponsorships and feeding us, and just their support and backing us. I mean, we do it for the community. I mean, we do it for ourselves, but we love pride in our community. And on a Friday night, you look up in the stands, you can see your mom and dad or your family there. You want to play even harder.
Listen, make no mistake about it. Yanessa, Spianik, Morocco, Coach Warfield, you understand you're not only asking a lot of your players, but I don't mean to put pressure on you, but being a coach for this football program, there's a lot of pressure, and you realize that, right?
It is. I mean, those names alone are all Hall of Famers. So it is a lot of pressure, but I'm not thinking about the pressure. I'm just thinking day by day. Coach Warfield always told me, just take it one day at a time. As long as we're getting better, continuously getting better, 1% better each day, we'll be good, and just making sure we handling our business in the classroom.
That guy is a pretty cool customer, though. I've been around a lot of coaches. They don't come much cooler than him. How about your assistant coaches? Who's going to be working with you this year? I know Coach Warfield's going to be around a little bit, but who else?
Man, we still got our original coaching staff: Darian Fields, Jaleel Fields, Kier Jeter, Desmond Patrick, Bob Kroger, Antoine Townsend. We also added Wattans Hollins to the offensive line, and all reliable Pete Short.
Listen, all I can say is my great colleagues, of course, at KDK 100.1 FM AM 1020, Odyssey 93.7 The Fan, the entire radio brand. We love high school sports, and of course that great relationship with the Allegheny Health Network in conjunction with Highmark, a healthcare company. My good friend Dr. Mayo, of course, he's the chief physician of the Pirates, head of the orthopedics division at AHN. We are so excited about the upcoming season, and as I've said, I've become a fan like the rest of you, and I can't wait to listen each and every Friday night, and of course the show that really kicks it off on Thursday night. Hey, it's all about high school football, and it's just around the bend. And yeah, another season, but the big reason that we love football, it's Quip Nation. It's your Pratt Pack. Have a great rest of your evening, much more to come, and best of luck to Aliquippa on the upcoming season, and my man, Coach Patrick. Have a great day, everybody.